This film starts with Lupin hitting a casino, throwing the money out after realizing that they're fake, and coming to Cagliostro. Actually, Lupin is also getting sick of the underworld and comes to Cagliostro longing for an ordinary life. So, it's only natural to reunite with Clarice. That's why Lupin believed that Count Cagliostro wanted the money and fame, and wanted the girl. They are both the same, two people living in the underworld trying to reach for life under the sun. But to do so, Lupin resorts to his thieves' philosophy, whereas the Count resorts to conspiracy, what he and his family have been doing for ages. So you see, they don't change their ways. They have pride in what they do. So that's why Lupin believes that Count Cagliostro wants Clarice, like he wants her. Count Cagliostro didn't mention that at all. It's just Lupin's one-sided belief that the Count wants Clarice. I've seen this relationship. It's identical to the one between Ging and Pariston. They're the characters in Hunter x Hunter, and they're actually the same. Ging mentions this saying, "You and I are the same. We always come up with unconventional ways." That's why they just cannot stand the existence of each other. So, Lupin and Cagliostro, if they had met in another time and place, you know, Jigen and Goemon, they're just no good guys as well. So, if they met in another time and place, he would have replaced them to be Lupin's sidekick, and the pair may hate each other as long as they live. It's a tragedy caused by the encounters of three people, Lupin, Clarice, and the Count, who were never supposed to meet. So in this story, Clarice was released, the Count died, and I personally believe that this Lupin incident was Lupin's last gig before he disappears from history. I'll get into this in the second half. Okay, in the second half, I'll be talking about the rumored director's cut of Cagliostro, the director's cut, and why Lupin didn't take Clarice with him. As well as the epic corny line, "Your heart," that makes me go, "Oh, come on," every time. What does it mean? This Castle of Cagliostro, some female pop stars back in the 80s, such as Tomomi Nishimura, I think, said they are a big fan of the movie, and further go on saying, "I want to be in love with Clarice, and Lupin is the man of my dreams," yada yada yada. Okay, yeah, I mean, they definitely got the wrong idea from watching it. Maybe it would be fine for some teenagers to think that way, but I mean, come on. There is a book called 4 Years Later. It was published 4 years after the release of the Castle of Cagliostro. Miyazaki just rambles on about how he actually feels about the film in the interview in the last part of the book, and I will analyze that. Okay, so please fill out the questionnaire. It's a little early, but I'll finish before I kill my throat. While you're filling it out, I'll talk about what we're going to do in the next episode. It's the end of the month, so I'll be reading messages from my viewers. Comments, questions, anything you want. You can just pretend to be someone or something. Like, for example, I'm the First Lady of the Prime Minister of Japan. People kind of hate me lately. Or you can discuss your worries like, I'm a manga artist and I don't know where my career is going. You can just tell me some recent episode you encountered. That's what we'll be doing the next time. I think I deserve a slightly easier episode. I mean, we do the message thing next week, and I think I'm finally doing the Sapiens, a brief history of humankind after that. It will be hard for sure. So please give me the numbers. Thank you. I was definitely not in my best condition. My voice is hoarse. I finished 5 minutes earlier than usual because I prolonged the last one. No additional time for the free part? No, I did so much last time I learned my lesson. Well, before we go to the second half, maybe a little chit-chat. So basically, The episodes on Ghibli's work I do would basically involve OTAKING sharing his imaginations. Reputa Castle of Cagliostro we picked up in this lecture, and the next one will be Grave of the Fireflies, or Porco Rosso, I think. There's too much subtext. I didn't realize this until I actually studied him, but Hayao Miyazaki, he has his unique and uncompromised style, so he knows for sure about the history of currency and when the transition between bills and coins occurred. In the images depicting the history of the Gothic bills I mentioned earlier, he uses the image of Napoleon while Lupin is talking about the fall of the Bourbon kings. You'll know why if you look closer and think, but you'll never know unless you concentrate. So the guy is so shy. It's not categorized as tsundere. He's like a king of twisted people. Introduction of analysis on works of such a person has to entail a footnote that it's just an imagination, and that's what I'll be doing. Well, not only Miyazaki, but people who make anime in general, they put so much thought into their work. This is something I learned a lot from my experience in making anime and games. So when I see interviews of anime directors and manga artists, I know for sure that they're holding back what they actually want to share with the world. Trying so hard. Mamoru Oshii is an exception. He just says everything. So this OTAKING imagination thing is based on my idea that for us, especially people in their 20s and 30s, when we see anime, it would be more interesting to go deeper into what's between the lines. That's why they hate you. Exactly. They hate me for doing this. I mean, I can wait 1,000 years, but Ghibli would never offer me a job, like for commentary. Every time I read an official Ghibli book or commentary, I can clearly see that the company is offering the job to people who see their film as how Miyazaki wants them to. They have zero tolerance against people going further than that. Quite interesting. From my personal experience of making anime, I know that people making anime want audiences to see only in a way they want it to be seen. Maybe it's like a comparison between diorama and a shadow box. Movie makers usually don't want you to see from any angle and direction, but only in a particular direction. That's why the commentaries become like what I mentioned. Okay, so let's go to the second half. In the second half, I'll start from the section The Castle of Cagliostro Fiasco in a book called Sweating and Drawing by Yasuo Otsuka. He confesses a deep remorse in this section. Okay, please switch to the second half.
Thank you for watching until the end. I am the most famous Otaku King in Japan, OTAKING Toshio Okada. I started planning to talk overseas about animations and movies popular in Japan in English. Before long, I'm planning to add English subtitles to movie talking in Japanese, so please look forward to it. If you ask a question in this comment field of this video, maybe I will talk about comments as a theme. We welcome the people who are interested in the forefront of Japanese otaku culture, and those who want to hear stories of interesting animations and movies. So please subscribe our channel. If there is good relation, I will get better and I will do my best. Thanks.